Charles are ready to tip things off here in White Plains. And we're off. New York Liberty basketball here on Yes. Washington Mystics come into tonight, Jules, the top team in the WNBA, as Atkins right away will hit the three. They are battling right now with the team that just left here Friday, the Connecticut Sun.
Yes, absolutely. The two top teams here in the league and the Sun have the tiebreaker, which is why this game and the rest of the Mystics games are so pivotal for them to get the W's. They want that home court advantage.
Tanisha Wright, who's making her 14th straight start at the point guard position. She breaks the ice for New York.
And this Mystics team has been even more impressive because they have been banged up. No Tolliver for a while, and they've still gone 5-1 without Tolliver.
But as we heard Kurt Miller, the head coach of the Sun, he told us before that game on Friday.
Who isn't?
Right. You know, we're banged up. Who isn't banged up at this time of the season? Wright shot no good, and Deladon with the board. 82 meetings dating back to 1998 between these two squads, with Liberty holding a 46-36 advantage. Sanders is good from just inside the arc.
Too easy. I mean, Washington, the best scoring team in the league. I mean, they really move the ball well. They get a lot of players touching the basketball.
Outside jumper for Wright is good once again. Tanisha Wright has all four of the Liberty points.
Nice start for Tanisha, who's taking on these point guard duties in the second half of the season.
Latoya Sanders, nice move to get to the cup there. Wright has 1,416 career assists. That's 10th in the WNBA, 8 shy of Shannon Johnson in 9th place with 1,424.
A true pro's pro, Chris. Tanisha.
14th season out of Penn State, and she'll try the three this time. This time it's off the mark. Natasha Cloud will control. Boy, did she have a game here back in June at the Westchester County Center against this New York Liberty squad. She put in a career-high 26 points, and right on cue, there's three.
She was unstoppable, and she is one of those players that's kept her eye on the prize all year. Mike Tebow told me that before the game. That's what's been important for this team. They've stayed steady.
Rhea Hartley misses the bunny there.
That's what's key when you get a veteran group. Nobody gets too high, nobody gets too low.
This Mystic squad may be banged up. They started 10-6. They are 13-2 since that 10-6 start, as Elena Deladon hits the turnaround jumper on the baseline.
That's certainly a matchup problem right there. And that's the way to recognize it. The Mystics good at isolating EDD, and Wright got stuck on her.
Yeah, you brought up the point that their average win differential is almost 11.5 points per game. That's the third all-time highest since Houston back in 2000.
It's certainly impressive. And we've talked about this throughout the year, is that a lot of the teams are missing some key players, or they have missed key players due to injury all season. And so if you're going to do it, if you're going to win it now. No Breanna Stewart, no Sue Bird. I mean, we've got no Taurasi for the most part all year.
As Meesman hits the first one, and whenever you bring the Houston Comets into the conversation, a team that won 4 straight titles, Jules, it's a special season.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see Meesman back out there. She wasn't here in their first meeting in June here against the Liberty. It was overseas in Belgium. But another versatile player.
It was a 5-4 game, and the Mystics are currently on a 9-0 run. This is how fast this team could get to work. That time a turnover. Deladon's pass did not connect with Meesman. Hartley has things going for the Liberty on offense. Nice look inside to Amanda Zahui B. Zahui B has had a breakout season, Jules, this year. Really finding her footing here in New York.
The roster for New York is really pretty good. I mean, we've got a lot of players that can put it in the basket. It's just been a lot about consistency for this group. And the point guard play has been really iffy to me. There hasn't been a true point guard for this team.
Pick and roll there, tried by Zowie B. Nice defense by Latoya Sanders, and it leads to the easy bucket for the Mystics. And they're up by 10. Zowie B working on Deladon, tried the up and under, but it didn't go.
The one thing about the Mystics, if they get out and run, which they've gotten to do the last couple possessions, they're even more deadly.
Meeseman out to Atkins, and Atkins drills the triple. And it's 19-6 coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Liberty shooting just 37.5% from the field.
And that's a good point, because Coach Tebow told me before the game, he feels that with this particular lineup, the last month, they've been defending better and rebounding better. So, yes, they're missing guards like Christy Tolliver. They're missing Powers at times, but they are doing some other things better, which has kept them as winners.
And you brought up Tolliver, and the thing that scared them about that injury to Christy Tolliver was the fact that they heard the two words together that had Deladon in the playoffs last year cringe, and that is bone bruise on that right knee. And Marine Johannes wasting no time. Once the sore open, Jules has to keep the hot shooting going.
Yeah, that's right. Johannes has been a proven scorer. With the limited time she's seen throughout this season, I think next year she will see even more time.
You've played overseas. How much of an adjustment is it to go from that league where she was with Team France to this league?
I think it's very similar. I mean, you're playing against a lot of your WNBA co-stars over there. They all go over there to play. And yes, the rules are slightly different, but the game is very fast and spread out. And it's even faster here in some ways, so more physical. But I don't think it takes a lot. I think you're already in rhythm. You just have to get used to the chemistry of your teammates.
And what about the factor of...
Marine Johannes is a factor, that's for sure, and she is tremendous. A nice job getting it to her, and she's already knocked one down.
Quick start for the Washington Mystics. They're shooting 64% from the field. They lead the Liberty 19-9 with 4:14 left to go here in the first quarter. Head coach Mike Tebow has his Mystics at the top of the WNBA standings. The 8 teams to go into the playoffs, Jules, they're set. What isn't set yet, the seedings. The Sparks hold the tiebreaker over the Sky. The Lynx hold the tiebreaker over the Sky. And the Storm have the tiebreaker over the Lynx. So last 2 games of the season for most of these teams, the seedings are still up in the air.
Right. And the Mystics, what's good for them, what's beneficial for them is they've got a fairly light remainder of the schedule. They're not playing teams that are top-notch in the league. So that helps them in case Coach Tebow wants to throw a little rest here and there to a player like Elena Deladon, who he really wants to see healthy in the playoffs. She has never had a healthy playoff run. She's always been hurt.
On July 7th, she broke her nose in the first quarter against the Sparks, and the Mystics lost that game, and then the 2 games subsequent when Deladon missed those 2 games. But the minute she comes back, they go on a 5-game run.
Right.
And everything is right with the world once again.
Desperately need her, for sure.
Nio Raincock-Akunwe also went to the ball game. She made her first start on Friday against the Sun. Filled it up, Jules. 10 points, 7 boards, just 2 shy of her career high of 12 points, which she also had against the Sun.
She was fantastic. And it shows a lot when you can perform like that against the best team in the league, or the second best, whatever you want to say, but certainly proving herself.
Johannes comes up with the steal off the active hands by Zowie B, and Tanisha Wright, nice move, lays it up and in. Liberty cut it to 10.
How about that for a thread-the-needle pass, too, from Johannes?
It seems like she has a little bit more moxie to her now, like she feels like a part of this team, and that's what I wanted to ask you as Sanders tries to turn around and finally gets to go. Coming over here from Eurobasket, playing for Team France, not only that, the juxtaposition of the leagues, but also, Jules, she's a rookie. You know, she has to fit into the squad as well.
Sometimes as a rookie you defer, and then when you realize you shouldn't be deferring is when you get that confidence and realize, hey, I'm just as good as everybody else. I think she's getting the playing time and playing her heart out.
But do you think do you see that in her now?
Yeah, I think I've always seen her come out with swag, but I think it's gotten better and better. She's gaining confidence. She's getting more minutes. Let's face it, that always helps.
Nice D there by Tanisha Wright, getting the block.
But Maureen Johannes, not just a shooter, great job here defensively, and then threading that needle in transition. Beautiful bounce pass, an underused pass to me. Is that bounce? I mean, it is a great way to get a player the ball in transition like that.
Ariel Atkins hits the first one.
Atkins has had a really nice start to this game, and Sanders, a lot of players that can put it in the hole for this Mystics group. Just such a complete team.
She was on the 2018 All-Rookie team with Asia Wilson, Diamond DeShields.
And she made an impact right away.
Azarae Stevens, Kelsey Mitchell, all part of that All-Rookie team last year. Brittany Boyd and Rebecca Allen checked in for the Liberty. Kia Nurse and Tanisha Wright got their first break in the action as Allen. Nice move down the middle there, and she'll be heading to the line to shoot two.
One of the best at moving without the ball, Rebecca Allen, who plays that two guard, knows how to move when she doesn't have it. She doesn't stand still, and she's being face guarded, and that's the way to go back door. You're being smothered like that, get to the hole.
Allen comes into tonight with 478 WNBA points. See her averages there in 12 games since the All-Star break. Misses on both. She comes in also, Jules, second in three-point percentage in the league to Alicia Clark of the Seattle Storm.
Oh, yeah, she can shoot the rock, that's for sure.
Get a 3-second defensive 3-second violation on the Liberty, so that's a technical foul. And Deladon take the freebie.
Look at her.
Yeah, you don't want to foul Eva Deladon, that's for sure.
She is automatic.
I thought for sure that was clanging off the back rim as
Yeah.
we were saying that too.
Curry's in there, Nash, some of the best to ever play the game. Becky Hammond. I mean, you can't put her on the line. One of the top forwards in the world. But she has a stroke to her shot, too.
Atkins, baseline jumper goes. Does that drive you crazy when you see a professional athlete not able to hit free throws?
It drives me absolutely crazy because it's a mental thing, and you can get better at it. You can practice it. It drives me crazy. It's a free shot, Chris.
I'm not going to answer it because I didn't play at a high level. You did, so I wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Freebie. Got to make the freebies.
Yes.
You're going to miss it once in a while, but for the most part, got to make them.
Deladon tries the three, and she connects there. So Elena Deladon knocks down the three. 2013 second overall pick. And the Mystics, 4 of 5 from deep. Ball goes off of Raincock Akunwe's heel, but taken back. Given to Allen in the corner, no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Raincock Akunwe. Good work for her. Johannes knocks down the triple, and Johannes, so far, is getting it done for the Liberty. 3 of 3, 8 points.
She's so good. I mean, I really wish she had played even more than she did this year because she's just so efficient. She doesn't take a lot of shots. She makes the ones she takes.
You could see with every make, the confidence just grow in her. Meeseman late getting out to her, and Johannes drills another triple. She's on fire.
She is feeling it. And she should keep shooting.
Again, she had a career-high 21 points. Friday night against the Sun, she has scored the Liberty's last 9 points. Maureen Johannes, the X Factor for Katie Smith's New York Liberty team at EUD, going to get called for steps.
Johannes certainly feeling confident. You leave her a little room and go underneath the screen. Bang. She is going to take that shot every time. And a great skip pass here. The defense shifting. She had a hand in her face. It doesn't take her a lot to get that ball off her fingertips.
I'm going to give you props, Jules, because there were two things in our open that you brought up. And the first thing was you said Maureen Johannes could be an elite player in this league. That's number one. Number two, consistency. It's the first word you said in the open. I'm going to marry those two thoughts together. That's something this Liberty team has lacked really all season. And Johannes could bring that full circle and get them to the place they need to.
And if she gets that time, she's going to play well. And she's somebody who deserves to get minutes. She came on board a little late from overseas, so it took her a little bit to get used to it, but absolutely.
Raincock Akunwe picked up her second foul, leading to this Mystics possession. 7 seconds left. Shot is up and no good, but the rebound gets out to Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, and she's fouled with 1 second on the shot clock, 1.9 on the game clock.
Yeah, one you never want to do. I mean, you play defense for almost the entire shot clock, and then you reward your opponent with a foul like that. But at least they're not going to the line.
Mike Thibault not happy as one of the officials is coming over to the scores table. And that looks like they got it worked out, but Thibault's still not happy about it. Shot is up and no good at the horn. That was Maisha Hines-Allen. I think what Thibault was saying was there should have been time on the shot clock, and there wasn't. They rectified that situation. We played one here in White Plains. The Mystics up by 12. We are just about to get ready for the second quarter here in White Plains. 31-19 Mystics on top of the Liberty. Fans Friday is Fan Appreciation Night. Come out for the New York Liberty's final home game of the season against the Indiana Fever on September 6th at 7 p.m. at the Westchester County Center. Go to Ticketmaster.com/NYLiberty for tickets. Once again, you see the face mask from Elena Deladon. That's from breaking her nose back on July 7th against the Sparks. I don't know why, but every time...
I think I'd wear it too.
every time I see one of those, I think of Rip Hamilton, and he wouldn't take it off, like even after his nose healed because he was shooting so well.
It becomes part of your face.
Right.
It really does.
Right.
It's all about the superstition of it sometimes, that's for sure.
But Rip didn't need,
That's funny.
need the face mask.
I don't know what I think of when I see that. Bane.
Bane. All right, that's a good one. I will allow it. Judges.
Nice.
Deladon. The mask didn't impede that shot. I have a feeling it won't impede her the rest of the night.
She makes it look easy. I mean, she is, you think about her at 6'5", a rare talent. This one is now not missed a shot.
Yeah, 5 for 5 from the field, 3 of 3 from downtown, 13 points for Johannes. She is keeping her squad in this one. Oh, and the ball goes off her hands there. Almost had that rebound.
I thought that was actually a foul. Walker-Kimbrough got hit pretty hard off the board.
That's something you see with this Mystics team, Jules, on both ends of the floor. How hard they work. It doesn't matter who's on the floor, the starters, the backups.
Yeah, Hines-Allen with this shot, and Walker-Kimbrough gets a rebound here. It could have been a foul, but maybe not. Little body there, but yeah, they're going to hustle. They've got nose for the ball.
The bank is open for EDD. EDD goes to the ATM.
She does.
Naya Raincock Akunwe. Getting Elena Deladon on a, what do you call those things?
Up
Lazy
and under.
Susan?
Yeah, that was a pretty move.
Little Lazy Susan action. Deladon tries to answer with the three, but it's short. Good position by Shatori Kimbrough, but she just threw it away.
I thought Raincock Akunwe might have dragged her pivot foot there, but perhaps not. I mean, this is just a nice job with her back to the basket here. She kept that pivot foot alive. What a great move. She's just such an athlete, and I always talk about that she can play with the most athletic players in the world. She's got a bounce to her game.
from Toronto, Canada. Undrafted. Playing here with the New York Liberty. Grabs the offensive rebound. She's got skills with that as well as Rebecca Allen gets fouled. That's on Maisha Hines-Allen.
Rebecca Allen, who draws so much attention from the three, has learned how to take it off the bounce and really expand her game. I mean, that's been such a pivotal part of her development as a player in the league. Just taking it off the bounce. She's gotten better and better since entering the WNBA.
And if you want to watch, if she wants to watch a video on someone who did the same thing, Joe Harris. Look where Joe Harris was when he came to the Nets.
Yep.
He was a perimeter player. He's taken a lot of threes. He has made his game where he's driving too. So now he opens up his perimeter game as well.
Yeah.
So that's a great point by you.
That's the key. If you want to get what you want, you have to know how to have 3D.
It's all about evolution, partner. Emma Miesemann.
Miesemann, who has gotten better and better at just the chemistry factor, playing with EBD and playmaking.
She was a second-round pick back in 2012 for the Mystics. It's Allen using to get that one to go down. I don't know how many times I've said it this year, but her nickname is Spida. And that was a perfect
example, right?
Example of why they call her Spida. As Miesemann hits the baseline jumper, just a pretty release.
And Miesemann doesn't come across like the biggest athlete on the floor, but she's fundamentally sound, very smart, good size to her and mobility. And she's extremely high IQ, and Mike Thibault got a group of high IQ players. But the Spida certainly has an IQ too, knows what to do when she is covered, takes it to the hole, not just a shooter, great length. Doesn't take too many bounces to get there.
Good release for Johannes, and she gets fouled in the corner. And she'll be headed to the line. How about this, Jules? The bench points in tonight's contest so far. And we saw this against the Sun, too. 19-0 in favor of the Liberty.
And right now, Washington doesn't go that deep. They've got 3 players that play significant minutes on the bench and hurt tonight. So that is a slim pickings for Mike Thibault. And Johannes is like a starter. She really is, the way she's playing, of course. She's carrying this team tonight.
She's got 15 points. She had 21, which is a career/season high for the rookie on Friday against the Sun. She's got 15 already with just under 7 minutes to play in the second quarter.
They're looking to do that triangle for Miesemann, isolating around the block.
2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. Miesemann's not going to be able to get it off. A great defensive set by the Liberty. Lots of talking out there, Jules, getting to the ball.
Real good. Heads on a swivel, pep to your step. A lot of the players on the balls with their feet ready to move. That's exactly what Katie Smith needs from that group on a consistent basis.
And a great job by our camera crew, because they got the one person standing up on the bench who's like an extension of the coaching staff, and that was Tanisha Wright. First miss for Johannes from downtown or from anywhere on the floor. Hines-Allen puts the shoulder down but doesn't get the shot to fall. Liberty can cut this lead to single digits here on this possession as Bria Hartley is about to check back in. Ariel Atkins like a glove.
And see, Cloud's able to go double team Tina Charles because Boyd is not really a threat from the perimeter. So anyone Boyd has on her is going to leave her. And that's a problem where she needs to improve next year. She's got to be able to shoot in this league.
Sanders, nice look inside. The shot does not fall for Hines-Allen, but she gets fouled. And we'll step aside here. 5:38 left to go in the second quarter. The Liberty trailing by 10 to the best team in the WNBA. That'd be the Washington Mystics and Mike Thibault's squad. Maddie's breaking it down with some lucky fans here at the Westchester County Center. 39-29 Mystics lead, and encore Do you want more from Maureen Johannes?
JoJo Buckets. I'm going to keep calling her that until she proves otherwise. I mean, she has been ready to play from day one here. From the moment she got in the game, they're looking for her. She's stroking it. She's catching it in rhythm. She's got a quick trigger. She can do it off the bounce and create a little space for herself. I mean, there's not too many players that do that better than her. And she is alert and playing terrific.
15 points, 5 of 6 from the field, 4 of 4 from downtown. 15 points.
In 9 minutes.
In 9 minutes, Jules. And the rest of the team has 14. And the only reason why this lead is only 10 is because of JoJo Buckets.
She makes the most of her minutes. I'll tell you that. If I could go into efficiency ratings and things like that, which I'm not the numbers gal here, but I bet you she's up there. You know, if she played more minutes, she'd be even higher. I mean, when she gets in the game, she produces, usually.
Tina Charles backing her way in on Sanders, but can't get the shot to fall and comes up limping a little bit, and she's running a little gingerly down the floor.
And she's having a hard time getting any shots off here.
It's that Washington D, especially in the paint. They all collapse on Charles when she gets the ball. Deladon gets doubled. Miesemann left open for 3. No good. Good position there by Johannes, but Deladon just too tall and gets it to go.
Right over top of her, just grabs it.
Again, that was great position by Johannes. As Han Shu getting set to check in for the first time tonight.
Well, one thing Deladon is phenomenal at is not fouling. She's really matured her game in that regard. Han Shu getting an ovation here.
Season high 12 points Friday against the Sun. Career high 18 minutes as well. Season and career same thing for the rookie. Rebecca Allen wide open shooting practice. No good on the rebound. Lays it up and in. That's something she said in the postgame, Jules. She said, and I quote, direct quote from Han, my rebounding is super bad.
She only had, one rebound
Yes.
in the last game, which at 6'7" or whatever her height is, she's got to have more than that for sure. And once she develops that side of her game and her defense improves and her strength gets better, she already has some offensive prowess to her game. She's got nice touch, and she is not afraid to put him up, but she's right around the rim that time.
But that's got to be great for her to think, you know, that's something I wanted to do in my post-game press conference. That's what I said, and the first thing I get, the first chance I get, I get a rebound. Yeah, you get a rebound and a bucket. Liberty down by 11 here in the second quarter at the Westchester County Center. We're back here at the Westchester County Center, second quarter, 4:15 left. Liberty trailing the Mystics by 11. Maureen Johannes keeping her squad in this one. Mystics led by as much as 18. Time for trivia here on the telecast. No, the answer is not traditional. Which WNBA coach has coached both the Mystics and the Liberty in the playoffs? So think on that. And while you do that, I'm going to tell our audience that they're going to want to stick around for halftime because I was able to catch up with Teaspoon, and she gave me her thoughts on this year's club and the club down the road in the future as well. So we have Teaspoon for this halftime, and we're also going to have a big feature on Teaspoon on Friday as Deladon hits the shot there. Of course, she's getting elected into the Naismith Basketball Memorial Hall of Fame. That's this weekend. That is Friday, of course, as Hartley tries the 3. So you're not going to want to miss halftime tonight. You're not going to want to miss halftime, especially on Friday night.
So well-deserved. Teaspoon is one of my favorite players to ever play. And watch the game when the WNBA began. That's what I grew up watching, was her making it rain with the Liberty. She was so fun.
That makes 2 of us. She was an inspiration to me when she was at La Tech, and she just told me her late father, Charles, he played in the Minnesota Twins organization in the minor leagues in the 50s and 60s. I had no idea.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Well, she's got the athleticism in her family. And clearly, I mean, I can't think of a more optimistic person.
She's great for this team to have on the bench as Hartley's going to get fouled on her way to the rim. But, you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. When you look to the sidelines, when you hear her talk at halftime, okay, you're going to want to run through a brick wall. That's the vibe she puts out there. So for this team, especially for these younger players, having Teaspoon on the bench, if something goes wrong on the floor, you glance to the side, you see her there, and she gives you a nod of encouragement. That would mean the world to anybody.
Yeah, and she works with the guards, does a great job developing them, especially the younger guards. And what better person to learn from? For sure, stick around. It'll be good. She's a great person to interview, too. She really is so open.
She's real. She's raw and she's real. And that's why she's such a good interviewer. She was a tremendous basketball player, left it all on the floor, embodies the word competitor, and it bleeds through into her squad here right now in 2019.
A better defensive possession at time for New York again. Bouncing balls at their feet. That's what you want to see.
Little chippy play in the paint. We're going to get Cloud called for the foul.
Cloud is down low here, closer to the camera, which was off the ball. Didn't see much there, but clearly we saw some flailing.
And Liberty in the bonus. Kia Nurse at the line, having a word with the officials.
Kia Nurse at the line, shooting 2.
Nurse scored 24, 8 of 20 from the field, 6 of 10 from downtown on August 25th in the loss to the Mystics down in Washington at their brand new arena, Entertainment Sports Arena. Nurse hits both.
Nurse has had a tremendous season. She's been certainly consistent. She had a few games there where she had hiccups, but for the most part, from her rookie year to her second year, she's been great.
No sophomore slump for Kia Nurse, that's for sure. 3 seconds to shoot. Deladon, turnaround, does not go.
Now, in the last couple of possessions, the ball is, they've been playing around Deladon. Really looking to try to get it into her, almost watching.
Ball is sticking a little bit.
Yeah. But in transition, New York getting a run here. And Wright has had a really great game. Attacking.
It's a third foul on Emma Miesemann as Wright hits her first. See her numbers as a starter the last 14 games.
And the big thing has been the 5 assists per game. She's certainly looked to facilitate like a point guard where there's been a hole.
That is a huge point. And the other point is that she is the extension of Katie Smith out on the floor. And Katie Smith told me a couple games ago, she's the glue that if she sees something starting to fall apart, she's on the floor to put it all back together. And that's one of the main reasons why she has started at point, as EDD hits the 3. That's one of the main reasons she has started at point for the past 14 games. Better move on the baseline for Wright. She lays it up and in.
So under control.
Coming up on 90 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Another defensive 3 seconds and another technical foul.
Defensive 3
I think that was on Honshu.
Liberty, technical foul.
As Elena Deladon will take her near perfect free throw percentage to the line again. 4-time All-Star starter. Trails only Brittany Griner. Points per game this season. Came in averaging just over 19. Griner just under 21.
Well, she's a nightmare, an absolute nightmare for opponents. the most versatile player in the league, I believe, by far, because her ability to post up, hit the mid-range, put it on the deck, all of it.
Walker Kimbrough hits the long 2. And her story, Jules, how she almost let basketball go from her life. We talked about that in the first game between the Liberty and Mystics here in the White Plains. But what a loss to the basketball world that would have been if she didn't continue to play basketball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now she's directing traffic.
That's what I mean, a point guard. She can turn and face.
As she does there, once again, EDD hits the 3.
She can pop out and she can roll to the hoop. And it's really hard to cover her because you don't know what to do. Do I let her have the 3? Do I roll? Do I follow her as she rolls to the basket? That wasn't even a good pass. She caught the ball down low, was able to bring it up and still make it in rhythm, which is a hard thing to do with a bad pass.
Maureen Johannes on the bench with 3 fouls. This lead is starting to balloon back up. It is at 18. That matches the largest lead for the Mystics in this game.
In order to compete with the Mystics, you've got to be able to score with them. And not every team has the ability, talent-wise, to score with them. You can't beat them by just defending. It's just not going to happen.
And turnovers as well. You know, the Liberty have kept them down as of late, averaging just over 12.5 turnovers per game in their last 6 games of August. Their first 6, they averaged 18.5.
One thing the Wings were able to do against the Mystics was really shut them down in that 4th quarter. They almost beat them the other day.
10-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. 10 to shoot. Cloud gets it into the corner. And Walker Kimbrough gets fouled.
Liberty foul charge number 30, Tanisha Wright. That is her first.
And Shatori Walker Kimbrough real quick off the bounce, stays low, and that's the right call. Tanisha Wright a little late, and she did not stay upright. But Walker Kimbrough, boy, she has had 2 Final Four appearances, a slew of national honors, a retired jersey in college. I mean, what a Terps all-timer. Her and Tolliver played together, who's not out on the floor here tonight.
Liberty could hold for the last shot here. Jules, shot clock is off. Bria Hartley will space the floor out. Get a high screen from Tina Charles. Nice look inside to Hahn, and she lays it up and in with under a second to play. And that'll bring the first half to an end with the Mystics up by 18 points. They have a 58-40 lead on the Liberty. Coming up on the halftime show, you'll hear from Teaspoon. Got the chance to talk to her earlier. We'll also have first half analysis and stats and more Liberty on Yes trivia. If you know the answer, you tweet it out there and use the hashtag Liberty on Yes. We're back with the halftime show right after this. We're back with the key players of the first half. First up for the Liberty, Maureen Johannes, Jules.
Well, you know, she was ready to play. She came out ready to rock and roll, looking for her shot in rhythm. It didn't matter where she was on the floor, extending the defense. You have to love how confident she was in her shot, Chris.
Yeah, every time she makes one, you could just see her confidence grow, Jules. And we've seen that over the past 2 games against the Sun and now here against the Mystics.
Continuing to just improve her game. And then Elena Deladon for the Mystics, 25 points in just the first half of action. And she's 9 of 13, doing it at an efficient rate and all over the floor. She's impossible to stop. I don't see too many players, even down the line, being able to stop her in the playoffs if she's healthy.
And LeBron James is one of his favorite WNBA players. And we're seeing the reasons here tonight in White Plains why LeBron loves Elena Deladon so much. 25 points. As we mentioned, before our last break. Her career high is 45. Her and Ariel Atkins are the two players in double figures for the Mystics, while there's only one for the New York Liberty, Maureen Johannes, with those 15 points. Tanisha Wright is on the precipice. She has 9, making her 14th career start here for Katie Smith and company. And there is Elena Deladon getting set for second half action here in White Plains. Liberty playing out the string. Let's take a look at points per game, WNBA all time. Liz Cambage just over 23, and there's Deladon with just over 19, and she's got 25 already tonight as we start the third quarter. Nice give and go to Tanisha Wright from Tina Charles, but she can't get the shorty to fall.
Tina's 0 of 3 from the floor. She's only taken 3 shots. Not really even looking to score today.
Played just 11.5 minutes in that first half. Good defense there. Leads to a turnover, and Bria Hartley taking things the other way. Latoya Sanders was daring Tanisha Wright to take the 3. She opted to go inside, but Zowie B's shot was so good.
And that's one thing EDD can do. I mean, she's really great at shot blocking without fouling. She keeps her hands straight up.
Nice D there by Kia Nurse. Bria Hartley will slow things down for New York. Tries to get it into Tina Charles, but it goes off a Mystics player. It'll remain Liberty ball with 11 to shoot.
Tina Charles double team there, maybe tripled. Certainly has been hard for her throughout the season. Kind of that lone superstar on this team. She's got a lot of talent around her, but certainly has not been an easy season. As
Teaspoon told me before the game, the talent, everything is there. It's just the consistency factor, and it's weird because that was the first word to come out of your mouth in our open was consistency. So Teaspoon concurs.
Yeah, you're doing it frequently.
Yeah, Deladon hits the turnaround J, and it's a 20-point lead, matching the largest lead for the Mystics in this game. Tanisha Wright, stop pop, does not get it to drop. You know, this Mystics team, Jules, they are potentially one of the best teams the WNBA has ever seen. However, as Sanders takes the shot and hits, if you don't win a championship, though, does anyone remember you?
Well, that's the thing. You're measured by your championships. You're measured by winning it all. Of course, that's the truth. And Coach Miller said it the other day. But this is a team that I think is a front runner. They've got the most pieces. They're very good on both ends of the floor. They've got terrific point guard play, post play, and then surrounding cast.
No one remembers the 2007 Patriots.
We do now, though, after they won 1 million championships.
But no one remembers the undefeated season. As the Liberty take a timeout here. The lead has ballooned to 24 for the Mystics. We're back with more third quarter action right after this. We're back at the Westchester County Center in White Plains, New York. The Mystics with a 24-point lead on the Liberty every weekday at 3 o'clock. Catch New York's hottest sports talk show as Michael Kay, Don LaGreca, and Peter Rosenberg break down the latest Yankees news and talk with the biggest guests. Watch The Michael Kay Show, presented by Untuck It, weekdays, at 3 o'clock right here on Yes. I shortchanged the boys 4 shows.
You're forgiven, I'm sure.
So Tina Charles is at the line looking for her first points of the night. There's one. Mike Tebow having a little fireside chat with one of the officials. That would be Janetta Graham.
He's definitely talking to her.
That's part of a coach's job, too. You have to You have to politic, don't you?
You've got to be able to talk in a well-mannered way, and you're allowed to do that.
Tanisha Wright called for the foul. She knew what she did. She raised her hand immediately. That's her third.
Flurry foul, charge number 30, Tanisha Wright.
She keeps getting caught on EDD.
Yeah.
It certainly is a problem. They're switching that, and I don't know why.
It's a bit of a mismatch.
Yeah, you got to slide through it.
This Mystics team, Jules, 6 wins by 20 or more against playoff teams. And 3 of the top teams in the league. They beat the Sun by 43, the Sparks by 29, and the Aces by 23 and 29. As Cloud is on cloud 9, knocks down the 3.
Well, the next highest team, I think, in terms of how many points per game they're beating teams is the Vegas Aces, and they're +4 as opposed to 11, 12 points a game where Washington is averaging that in their wins. So, yeah, they've beaten the best of the best and proven it. And Misa been here to the basket, and Cloud knocking it down. A little reverse roll there. Usually Cloud's the one penetrating and pitching, and she hasn't even needed to have a big night for this team. They have just had a lot of players step up, and Deladon's carried the load.
23 minutes for Cloud, 10 points, 4 or 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from deep. Kia Nurse dials a little long distance. No good, though.
And what the Liberty's done a little better is they're not crashing the offensive glass. They're just getting back on defense, which is smart. But wow, Cloud to the hole.
Cloud is feeling it right now, and she thought she got fouled by Tina Charles there as well. The lead is up to 27.
Cloud has the best court vision around and super terrific ball handling skills.
Nice move there by Bria Hartley. She gets inside and lays it in. So first 2 points of the contest here tonight.
And Natasha Cloud asserted to the basket, and a beautiful job getting to the hole. Little left to right action, and then Hartley doing the same thing on the other end. 2 guards that are very explosive. Now, Natasha Cloud, she tore her left hip labrum years ago, and she has been dealing with that as of late. It's been flaring up a bit, so she's not 100% herself. Certainly looks like she's moving pretty well.
Mystics 6 of 6 here in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter.
They're on par for 100 here, or over 100.
Tina Charles on the board once again. She has 4 points. That one from Cloud does not fall, but Miesemann there for the rebound. Gets to Deladon. Fall away baseline jump shot does not go. Kia Nurse. This time, her 3 does go down.
Bria Hartley, that push guard, she really gets the offense up in transition.
Deladon gets it wrestled away by Tanisha Wright. In the corner for Hartley. Off the side of the backboard, but hustling down for the rebound putback. Amanda Zowie B. 7-0 New York run. They've cut it to 20. Sanders no good. Another push here for the Liberty. Hartley does not get it to go, and Deladon with the rebound.
And Deladon, that last possession, not happy. Felt like she got fouled. The Mystics are really nicely poised in the half-court game.
And this is another thing Teresa Weatherspoon was talking to me about. It's spurts like this that this New York Liberty team show that have their coaching staff so confounded. This goes to the fact that the talent level is there, but it's just the consistency that's been lacking this year. She said, she emphasized to me, Jules, the game is 40 minutes. You have to play for 40 minutes.
It was the same last year. I mean, it was a problem as well. A lot of same players. No Kia Stokes this year, who took off the summer. They did have her in years past, which hurts them in terms of a post player, but a lot of the same players, and they certainly are having a hard time meshing fully and getting the doubles.
Wholesale changes here. Sorry, Jules. Brittany Boyd, Maureen Johannes, Niall Raincock Akinwe, and Rebecca Allen enter the game. Tina Charles is the only one that started the quarter who will remain on the floor. Going to get a sub here for Washington, too, as Shatori Walker Kimbrough is coming back in. Johannes once again playing with those 3 fouls, but if you missed the first half, Johannes came off the bench and kept this Liberty squad in the game.
She never looks like she gets tired, and she's a spark plug.
Oh, that's another great point. Some of the subs were not able to check in. Charles getting doubled and almost tripled there by Cloud. The ball gets knocked away by Cloud. Good help defense there as Atkins takes it up, and she'll go to the line, fouled by Bria Hartley.
Man, Atkins makes an impact on both ends of the court for this Mystics team. I mean, she's just so good, so tough. First to the basketball, she doesn't foul. She gets out and pushes the ball in transition. Didn't see much contact there from Hartley, but she'll take it. Such a quick player. She exceeded everyone's expectations as a rookie. Now in her second year, had a strong rookie season. She's continuing that into this season.
She went to Duncanville High School, which is southwest of Dallas. She was on the board in the draft, Jules, and the Wings had the 6th pick, and they did not take her. They took Azare Stevens, and then the Mystics scooped her up at 7. She was a little disappointed that her hometown Dallas Wings didn't take her.
Right, well, Mike Tebow's happy, and not happy about that by Johannes. But Atkins has learned on the fly pretty well, he told me. But Maureen Johannes has had a heck of a game, hasn't she? Off of that on-ball screen. She comes off really hard, shoulder to shoulder, and she's so quick off the bounce. See how hard she goes off the bounce here. Maintains body control, something that not everybody is good at. And finishes.
Lead down to 19 at the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Elena Deladon. Sanders, ball skipping across the floor to Cloud. Now 5 to shoot. Reset inside to Sanders. Good hands there by Niall Raincock Akinwe. They're going to call an offensive foul on Sanders.
Good one-on-one defense here by Raincock Akinwe. You see she's full behind. She's just staying with it. Doesn't reach. Gets the call.
Backdoor Rebecca Allen, but the pass too strong from Tina Charles. That is another turnover for the Liberty. That's their 9th. Again, they have been keeping those down as of late, but the Mystics are a team, along with the Suns, who you don't want to have too many turnovers against because they will hurt you. Deladon double. Brittany Boyd comes over. Deladon loses the ball. Raincock Akinwe jumps on the floor. It'll be a jump ball. Hey, lead is 19. Jules, this Liberty team is still scrapping for every loose ball and every rebound.
That's what you got to do. They're professional athletes, and they're out there to play. They're not tanking. Brittany Boyd does a good job there. Coming over, double teaming, getting her hand in there to create that havoc. We'll have to jump it up here.
And we heard that from Bria Hartley after that loss to the Mercury that eliminated them from playoff contention. She said, you know, if somebody asked her, you're out of the playoffs, what does it mean? Well, it means that we play. We're professional athletes, and we play to win. There seems to be an issue with the clock. As Mike Tebow is over here at the scorer's table along with us.
Just trying to figure out what's to put on the clock here. I think they're going to drop this down at
2 seconds.
2 seconds on
the
clock.
shot clock.
Not 14.
Right. 2 seconds on the shot clock. 2:15 to go here in the third, and it's Emma Miesemann and Nayo Raincock-Akunwe getting set to jump it up after the great hustle by Raincock-Akunwe. And that was no contest. But Tina Charles stepped on the baseline, and it'll be Mystics ball with 2 to shoot. Mike Tebow say Toya, Toya, Toya.
Just throw the lob up. Didn't have much time. Didn't even hit the rim though here. But he's always over there coaching. Mike Tebow's done a great job. I mean, this team has responded to him.
He's a lifer. He was a scout back in 1978 with the Lakers. Brittany Boyd.
I see him around college games all the time. He's looking at certain players. Natasha Cloud was one of them. I was doing her St. Joe's games in college. He was there stalking her down, and he got her.
Johannes hit the deck, and Elena Deladon hits the 3. She's up to 30 points.
What a performance by her.
She is treating fans of both squads here tonight to an MVP-type caliber performance. Johannes tried to create some space, but Miesemann wasn't having it. Good D there.
Deladon deserves it this year.
Oh, absolutely.
She's been just incredible. She was the MVP of the 2015 season.
You saw what happened when she broke her nose. They went ahead and lost that game to the Sparks and lost the next 2 games when she didn't play. As a walk is called on Brittany Boyd, and as soon as she came back into the lineup, 5 straight wins for this Mystics team. That's the definition of an MVP.
Yeah, yep. She certainly makes the team better.
3 Mystics players in double figures. Ariel Atkins has 15. Tasha Cloud has 12, and Deladon has dropped 30. Good D there by Rebecca Allen, and she will be jumping it up with Deladon.
And a forced pass by Cloud. I mean, 3 green jerseys all over Deladon on that cut.
They can look up and see that box score up there. See that she has 30, trying to feed her the ball. Get her as many points as possible as Allen wins the jump and then gets the ball.
And I can't imagine she'll play the whole 4th quarter.
You would think she
got
would.
to rest her a little bit.
Deladon's already played 26 minutes in this one. Raincock-Akunwe puts the moves on Miesemann. Lays it in off glass. That's 6 points for Raincock-Akunwe. Walker Kimbrough short on the 3. Brittany Boyd got her hand in there on the defense, and the ball goes back out to Walker Kimbrough. Misses again. Rebecca Allen resets for the Liberty. 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 10 to shoot, 13 to play. Boyd gets it to Charles, works it around to Allen. 1 too many passes there as the shot clock expires. Cloud gets it to Miesemann. No good as Boyd came over on defense. And that is the way the 3rd quarter will end. New York ends on a 15-6 run, but they still trail by 18 points here as we head to the 4th quarter in White Plains. We're back here in White Plains with the start of the 4th quarter. The Liberty trail by 18 to the Washington Mystics, and Elena Deladon is one of the main reasons why.
Well, she makes it look so easy, but she's got that ability to turn and face and knock down the mid-range jumper, but she's also somebody that you can count on to pop out and knock down the 3 ball. But how about this with her back to the basket? She doesn't have a move that is not in her repertoire. How do you defend her? It is impossible to defend a player of her caliber and of her ability and skill set. 30 points. And she has just been a nightmare. 9 boards, 4 of 6 from 3.
We didn't think she'd be back out here for the fourth quarter, but she is. Washington is led by as many as 27. They're 8 of 16 from 3. Half of those makes are Deladon's, and they're shooting 54% from the field. Good D there by Brittany Boyd. She takes it right at Cloud. She can't get it to fall, though, but she'll be headed to the line, shooting 2.
And this is best when Boyd can get a defensive play, get a stop, get a strip, kind of create her own offense that way in transition. That's when she's at her best. Good hustle.
Boyd with a career-high 17 starts this year. She was replaced in the starting lineup by Tanisha Wright, who has started, as we mentioned, the past 14 games. Boyd has dipped in her three-point shooting, Jules, down 14% from last year. 37% last year to 23% this year.
Yeah, she's suffered some terrible injuries throughout her career. Achilles, you name it. She's had some issues, and I don't think she's quite the same.
Another steal for the Liberty. Raincock Akunwe, coast to coast. This time, a chance at 3 the old-fashioned way. She'll head to the line.
That's the way to really do it defensively. And another play, just like Boyd did. She got in the passing lane, read the eyes, and then up in transition, a little finish.
Timeout from Mike Tebow. As the Liberty come out and score the first 4 points of the fourth quarter, so he wants to talk things over here with his squad.
It's a trap position here. He doesn't want them to lose sight of the prize. In the fourth quarter, you're playing as well as you are, and you're winning by 27 points at one point. And they lost a huge lead against Dallas in the fourth quarter just recently. They blew a 23-point lead.
Fans, stay up to date with the New York Liberty team news and follow at NY Liberty on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And to that point, Jules, in that fourth quarter, against the Wings, they were 2 of 13. Outscored 22-8.
8 points in one quarter, and they only won 91-85. So they definitely blew. So you better believe Coach Tebow is talking to them about not giving up a big lead in this fourth.
3 the old-fashioned way for Raincock Akunwe. New York now on a 20-6 extended run that dates back to the third quarter. Han Chu in the game here. Brittany Boyd playing aggressive on defense. This time she gets called for the foul. The lead is down to 13, Jules, which once was 27.
Yeah, it's got to make Mike Tebow nervous.
And it's got to make Katie Smith extremely happy that her team is not wilting against the top team in the league right now. Deladon. The bank not open that time. But good work to get the rebound. Back to Deladon. Up and no good again. And it'll be Mystics ball with 14 to shoot.
Terrific hustle by the Washington Mystics to get that opportunity. A couple of bunnies missed by Deladon.
11 of 18 now from the floor. 30 points. She'll try to add to it here, but instead goes to Neeseman. Wow. That was a long one.
Making it rain.
Ariel Atkins.
She's had some good ones today.
From way downtown. Brittany Boyd tries to answer, but comes up short.
Ariel Atkins has high IQ. Is such a high volume player at Texas. But she's really picking things up. He told me last year, this year, picks things up quickly, knows where to be on the floor.
Fourth foul on Maureen Johannes as Emma Neeseman goes to the line. Kim Mestog, who we haven't seen yet, grew up 3 streets away from Emma Neeseman in Ypres, Belgium. You can't make that stuff up.
No, that's crazy. Very strange. It is a smaller world than we think sometimes, isn't it, Sherry?
Yeah. As John Sterling always says, isn't it amazing? You can't predict basketball or where people live. Rebecca Allen from Australia
Rebecca Allen
gets it to go. Liberty, a melting pot. Australia, Canada, France, China, and Sweden all represented on this New York Liberty squad. And Ariel Atkins, a sharpshooter, ballooning the lead back up to 19.
Unbelievable. Such an incredible shooter.
Uses the glass and gets it to go.
Tell you one thing, Johannes is like a point guard. She's like a scoring point guard. The way that she sees the floor, she could absolutely play the point.
Rebecca Allen and Miesemann will jump it up here.
Johannes, a little backdoor action. And how about that for a no-looker? Little flair to her game. I like it. A lot of fun. Shoot with the finish right where she needs to be, around the rim.
Well, it's time to show out, Jules. It's time to show not only her head coach, but the league, what she's all about.
Yeah.
And she's been doing that the past couple of games against upper echelon teams, the two upper echelon teams in the league.
Johannes plays with flair. She plays with swag. That's fun. That's entertaining. It's what the league needs and wants. And let's face it, she produces. And I think her teammates play well with her.
Again, the delay is for shot clock issues. 23 seconds now being put back on the shot clock. Allen wins the tip. Those long arms benefit her once again. Johannes' pass is errant there for Hahn. That'll be a backcourt violation. Ariel Atkins.
I don't think anyone touched it. I mean, I thought that was the right call.
Yeah.
Katie Smith thinks they missed it. I didn't think so, though. She had crossed half court and then passed it back court from what I saw.
Definitely the right call by the officials there. Atkins tries another one, but this time Hahn's 6'9" frame and wingspan is there to deny her. Johannes with the pretty pass inside to Rain Kaka-Kunwe. Boy, is she letting her game flow here in the fourth quarter.
And like I said in the open, Sherry, this is a team with nothing to lose here. Johannes splitting the double team. She makes it look so pretty. It's a good thing this did not get blocked, because that was some flair. Some glitz and glamour.
Yeah, that's channeling Tisha Pinachero there.
That was awesome. She's just having fun, like she's in the park.
17 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown, 17 points in 16 minutes. Would have been more, I would think,
An ankle breaker.
Yes. I would think it would have been more if she didn't get into foul trouble in the second quarter, picking up her third around the 4-minute mark of that second quarter. Hahn playing tenacious defense on Miesemann, and Allen is able to get Atkins to go backcourt. You can see this Washington team, even though they're up by 16 points, Atkins is fired up.
She is. Rebecca Allen just played defense on her really, really well. She had her head on a swivel. She did not let her go backdoor. She's all over her. This is where Allen's gotten better. She got a little piece of that. Atkins certainly frustrated. She's having a heck of a game, though, playing extremely well.
Atkins, 21 points in 26 minutes. Another whistle here. Her career high is 26 points. So she's just 5 points off that pace. And her getting frustrated, I mean, that goes, to me, that goes back to coaching, and it's that mindset.
Competitiveness.
I mean, yeah, you come in, though, you have that mindset. And I'm pretty sure that's the player that Mike Thibault wants on his team. But
yes,
he just hammers it home.
Yep. He brings the best out of his players, for sure. They play for him, and he's fundamentally a sound coach. He's got them all doing those things, those basic things properly.
It's got to be in your DNA to begin with, and then the coach just accentuates all the finer points of that player. and gets the most out of it. As Walker Kimbrough hits a three. And she's had a sneaky good game. 12 minutes for her, 7 points.
Very smooth.
Bria Hartley, no good. And the Mystics will run out once again, up 19, looking to add. Deladon goes right at Han, and Han is equal to the task. Great D there by Han Shu. Johannes pulls from, long two, a long two.
But still, she is on fire.
As you said, Jules, it's taken her a little bit as Miesman lines went up and hits, but it's taken Johannes a little bit. But she's really found her legs here with this New York Liberty team.
What I like about her shot, too, it's always coming from the same place. It's very consistent. Her release point is consistent. Her feet are consistent every time she shoots it. That's the sign of a great shooter.
Allen. Oh, we have a wedgie.
Jump ball.
As Ian
Got
Eagle likes to say, yes, we have
That's
a
correct.
wedgie. We have to get somebody to go pick the wedgie. We'll see who does that in the break. Back here in the fourth quarter, 5:16 left. The Mystics with a 20-point lead. It's time for our trivia question, and this time we'll get the answer. We asked everyone which WNBA coach has coached both the Mystics and the Liberty in the playoffs. Should I do a drum roll for you?
Drum roll. I thought at first it was Nancy Darsh, but she's the first one, right? I think she's the first coach, but I'm going with Richie. It had to be Richie Adubato.
Let's see if Jules is right. You are correct.
Right, yes.
You are correct.
Way back in the day, right at the beginning. But I remember watching the Liberty. Boy, these are two teams that have been around forever. I mean, Darsh was first. That's why I didn't think she went too long with the Liberty, so only a short period of time. Boy, that must have been really interesting. And then Patty Coyle came along. Patty Coyle was coaching women's college basketball for a while at St. Peter's recently, University of Jersey.
Jump ball violation, Washington ball.
But it must have been interesting to start the league and then have to be a coach that the first couple of years or the first few years of the league. I mean,
Absolutely.
talk about having to really figure it out.
And we talked to Teresa Weatherspoon about that. You'll hear all about that halftime on Friday when the Liberty take on the Indiana Fever. That we talked about being an inaugural, not only member of the Liberty, but inaugural member of the league.
Talk about trailblazers, right? Pioneers.
Right. And Teaspoon told me, there were a lot of people at that time that said, this won't last. And that was 1997. And here it is in 2019. And look at the stars that this league has produced. I mean, it's amazing.
Yep. And with the new commissioner and Kathy Engelberg, I mean, looking to bring this league more attention and bring more marketing, really make it a moneymaker to some degree. There's a lot of things that can be done, and she'll be working on that.
Johannes making it rain here in White Plains. We're going to rename it White Rains.
I was hoping I'd see a little smile smirk from her lips, but no,
Nothing.
she is cool as a cucumber.
Career high 22 points, eclipsing the 21 she set on Friday. Good D there by Raincock Akunwe. Knocks it out of the hands of Deladon. 4 seconds to shoot.
This is when you know you are in a zone. You're having a heck of a night. She was deep, fading away, and the finish. And then the screen from Han Shu. Wow, she is just feeling it.
JoJo buckets. 2 seconds. Atkins doesn't get it to go. Great box out on Deladon by Raincock Akunwe as Boyd goes coast to coast, cannot get it to fall, and she hits the deck. Deladon still looking for her first points in the fourth quarter. Still does not get them. She's 0 for 4 from the field. Ball, though, goes back to the Mystics.
Probably tired.
She's played 33 minutes in this one, Jules. And we're going to get a foul away from the ball. Brittany Boyd, maybe that's a frustration foul because she thought she was fouled on the other end.
Flurry foul charge number 15. Brittany Boyd has her second, team third.
14 seconds to shoot for the Mystics. Offensive foul here. It's going to be on Natasha Cloud.
Offensive foul charge to Washington's number 32, Shatori
Or excuse me,
Walker-Kimbrough.
Shatori
That's
Walker
her fifth.
Kimbrough. Beg your pardon. That's her fourth. And the team's fourth as well. Johannes tries it again. No good.
Same spot.
Atkins continues to have a strong game here for Washington. 23 points, 7 of 12 from the field.
She's got very good body control. When she stomps on that mid-range dime, she really keeps her upper body straight, doesn't move it much. Just really strong player physically.
She's got a season high 23. 3 points away from her career high of 26, but the Liberty control once again. Hahn from way out, and she hits a three. She hit two against the Sun on Friday, and she hits her first here tonight against the Mystics.
Oh, we know one thing. Han Shu has got a stroke.
Deladon tries the answer, no good, she's short, and Jules, I think you're right, I think she's feeling a little tired. Coming up short on that three. You know who isn't tired? Johannes, but she can't get that to fall, misses the bunny.
Yeah, Deladon has been dragging a bit. I think she's probably going to come out here.
Timeout. Timeout, Washington.
And it isn't just Johannes, it's the other Han. It's certainly easy for her to make those from distance, and she knocks one down.
91-75 Mystics here with 2:10 left in the fourth. Tomorrow on Yes, Gary Sanchez and the Yankees play their series finale against the Rangers before heading out on a big 10-game road trip. Coverage begins at 6 with the Yankees pregame right here on Yes and streaming on Fox Sports Go.
Always a Yankee in the fans.
Always.
The fans.
Always.
In the stands.
Liberty season coming to a close. Can't believe that. The Yankee regular season coming to a close. Can't believe that as well.
What a summer it's been.
Yeah.
The Yankees
Absolutely.
certainly have been great. October. Keep saying it right here.
There's nothing better than October baseball. There's nothing.
Nope, I know.
Yankees primed and ready, looking for their 28th World Series championship. You know, talk about the next woman up for this Liberty team. It's been the next man up for the Yankees all season long with all the injuries they've had to deal with.
It has been incredible, and they've still maintained.
You get a travel here on the Mystics. 91 seconds left, a 91-75 lead for the Mystics. Liberty, as we mentioned at the top, playing out the string here, but still playing to see what Katie Smith has here down the stretch, especially Han Shu. I mean, what are you looking for out of her here down the stretch, specifically out of Han when she takes the jump?
One thing I know is she's never bashful to shoot the ball. I mean, when she comes in the game, she's ready to pull the trigger, which you got to give her credit for that. She's looking for her shot, but I mean, I want to see her defend. I think the problem for her lies in her on the other side of the ball, the defensive end is where she's got to learn how to be able to match up with certain players, and hence why Katie Smith's been able to only play her at certain times, because she can't stay with the guard, but she can't stay with a big post who's more physical than her, so that's where it's a problem at times. So if she can work on that, become a better shot blocker and rebounder, she'll see more time in the future.
Johannes misses the three. Han can't pull down the rebound.
And also, you want to see her continue to become more versatile and being able to defend the perimeter and all that.
Friday night on Yes, the New York Liberty play their final home game of the season as they face off against three-point threat Kelsey Mitchell and the Indiana Fever. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock from the Westchester County Center right here on Yes. Liberty will be looking to even that season series up between the Fever and them. Turnover here for Kim Mestog, who's checked into the game. Niall Raincock-Akunwe working hard. Nieseman and Mestog both in the game together. Another cool little tidbit on them. Not only do they grow up 3 streets away from each other, but their families have come over to Washington, D.C. to watch them play over here. They're friends with each other's families. And Emma was actually closer to Kim's sister, Hannah. And if they're on the bench together, they speak in Dutch.
That's pretty cool.
So, I mean...
They want to say whatever they want to say. I bet you nobody knows Dutch.
Yeah, it's just a tremendous story.
Very cool. I mean, this is a global sport now. Both the NBA and the WNBA. I mean, it's a global sport for sure, which is cool.
Niall Raincock-Akunwe has matched her career high with 12 points. Back-to-back impressive games for her. One in the starting effort Friday, against the Sun. And of course, here tonight off the bench as Johannes almost comes up with the steal. 3 to shoot and travel here, so Liberty will get a chance to close this one out with just under 6 seconds left. Hung tough with the Washington Mystics here. Went on a couple of runs to make the game close. Maureen Johannes was about to trigger it in for Katie Smith's squad, and now it'll be Raincock-Akunwe. Johannes kept it close for the Liberty throughout the game, but the Mystics just too much firepower as that miss by Boyd will end things here. 93-77, your final score as the Liberty drop another one as Mike Thibault and Katie Smith shake hands. But Jules, just your thoughts on this one and how the Liberty fought and hung tough, but once again fall short.
An impossible matchup for them against Elena Delle Donne. I mean, they had nobody that could really stay with her. I mean, the offensive firepower of the Mystics is too much for a lot of teams in this league. So the Liberty fought. A lot of players played well. Johannes stepping up big. I think she's been the bright spot for New York. Get a chance to see her shine.
Elena Delle Donne